Alright guys, today we're going to work on converting decimals to fractions. This is super review, so it's going to be super easy. Just start off with an example. Alright, the way we turn a fraction to a decimal is that we simply just do top in, bottom out. So that's what I'm going to do here. Put 7 inside my division house, put 8 out. Now ask yourself, how many times does 8 go into 7? Well, answer, 0. I have a decimal that I can bring up and add, and now I can add a 0. 8 goes into 70, 8 times? 8 times 8 is 64. Take away that, left with 6. 8 does not go into 60, so I can add a 0. 8 does go into 60, though. 7 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Take that away. 60 minus 56 is 4. 8 does not go into 4, but it does go into 40. It goes into 40 5 times. 5 times 8 is 40, so I'm left with 0. So 7/8 as a decimal is 875 thousandths. Do another one. Okay, well, let's say I have 6 3/4, and I want to turn that to a decimal. Well, my first step is just to take my whole number, and that's going to stay. Then I'm just going to add a decimal. And now all I have to do to find the rest of it is turn 3/4 into a decimal. Top in, bottom out. 4 does not go into 3, so I put a 0. Bring up the decimal, add a 0. 4 does go into 30, though, 7 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Left with 2. 4 does not go into 2, but it goes into 20. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20, so I'm left with 0. So the backside of this decimal is just going to be 0.75. Let's do another one. Alright, let's say I have $6.35. I know that I'm going to keep my 6 because it's my whole number, and so now all I have to do is look at 0.35 and turn that into a fraction. So I'm going to pull that out. The way I turn a decimal to a fraction is I look at the place value of the last number, and I just put that over the place value. So this becomes 35 over 100. So this is 35 over 100. Let's go ahead and reduce that. They're both divisible by 5. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. 100 divided by 5 is 20. So this is the same as 6 and 7 20ths. Let's do one more, then you'll practice. All right, let's look at this last one. Mickey was in the middle of a cross-country trip. He had 4 2/8 gallons of gas. The sign said he needed 4.6 gallons to get to the next gas station. Does he have enough? The easiest way to do this is to turn 4 2/8 into a decimal so we can then compare it. If you're given numbers that are in two different forms, put them in decimal form. It's much easier to compare them. So I'm going to pull out my 4 because I know that that's going to go in front, and I'm going to put my decimal point. So now I'm just turning 2/8 into a decimal. Top in, bottom out. 2 goes in, 8 goes out. 8 does not go into 2, so I'm going to put a 0. I have a decimal I can bring up, add another 0. 8 does go into 20, twice? And 8 times 2 is 16. Left with 4. 8 does not go into 4, add a 0. 8 goes into 40 5 times. So I'm left with 0. So the backside of this decimal is going to be 4.25. So this is how much he has. He needs 4.6. So, does he have enough? Well, let's think about this in terms of money. If I have $4.25, but the snack that I want is $4.60, I don't have enough money. So in this case, Mickey does not have enough. All right, guys, let's go ahead and practice this. This is going to be a big review day, so let's get to it.